Okay, so here we go, heading to Finniss River and Wally's Landing. So we're just going through Clayton Bay. I've got old Ginger here stacked up to the rafters, a bit of firewood, got the kayak behind, so we're just going to putt along. I don't know whether she'll plane too good, so quite happy going at this speed. And I think we go up around the corner here to the next bay on the right, and that hopefully leads us somewhere near the Finniss River, and then we head down that a bit and rock up at Wally's Landing and camp the night. Catch you guys in a minute. Just getting to the entrance of the Finniss River now. It's pretty wide out there. I think it stays fairly wide for about another kilometre, and then at the end of that we're looking for the river to come out through some reeds. It's fairly narrow, I think, so we've got probably another kilometre or two to go. And then we look up around here to the left, you can just see the start of Gore. So that's the main channel, the main river lake. A few black swans out there swimming in the middle. Don't know if the camera will pick them up or not. That's Gore in the distance. And that's the channel heading into Finniss River. So we're in the Finniss River now, and I've got absolutely no idea where I'm heading to. I think we just keep going straight ahead until we run out of water. There's supposed to be the main part of the river's pretty narrow, which goes through some reeds. So we'll keep going. Where the camera's pointing now, that's looking pretty much back towards Adelaide. So I don't know if you can see in the distance the Mount Lofty Ranges, which go a fair way down south and all the way back up past Adelaide. But yeah, beautiful day. Now that we're in the river part, it's blast right off. No wind in here. A few big fish jumping about. So we'll see how we go. Need to catch something to have for tea, but as I've probably said before, I'm not a very good fisherman. But I have got a can of braised steak and onions with me, just as a last resort. They've got some beautiful houses along the river here. Great spot. Part of the world I've never been to, yet it's so close to home. Beautiful. I still don't know where I'm going. All I can see is reeds. So I think we're going to have to drift right up here. I reckon we've still got another couple of kilometres to go until we get to the main part of the river. So it's starting to get a little bit tricky now. We just run into reeds. It's said on the map to be around to the left, so hopefully we find the entrance to the main river up here somewhere. Gotta be there soon. Looks like there's a channel marker up there, so we'll head towards that and see what we come to. But it's probably going to get pretty tight when we get into the main river, which should be interesting. But what a beautiful day, look at that. It's about 11:15 in the morning, no winds come up. Absolutely beautiful. Well, I think this is the entrance here. Those square channel markers you're supposed to keep to your left going out, so I thought it was down there might have been the entrance, but I think this is it here. Looks very interesting. Don't think I can get lost. Although it does look a bit like a bit of a maze, but we should be okay. Not too sure how deep it is here, but it must be okay. So we've come up about a kilometre in the main part of the river. As you can see at the back before, the prop's not spitting up any mud or anything, so it must be fairly deep here. A bit of a snag over there, so we'll keep away from him. So a couple of k's up the river now, hopefully, or the main part of the river. Hopefully Wally's landing's up here soon. A bit of weed on the inside there, so we'll go around that. And it does get a bit narrow up here, and unfortunately there was a big accident about 18 months ago where two boats travelling in different directions had a head-on. They couldn't see each other because of the reeds, and they were going a bit crazy, and two people lost their life with it. So yeah, got to be a bit careful up through here. But so far today, I haven't seen any boats up here at all. A couple back at Clayton Bay, a few canoes, but since I've been on the river part, or the Finniss River, I'm the only person out here. So getting a bit narrower now. I'm hoping Wally's landing's up around the corner here. Bit of a pumping station there. Oops, we've got some canoes here. How are ya? Another canoe here. She said yes, Wally's landing's up around here, so we're getting close. How are ya? Getting a bit busy on the Finniss River. Now, what do we got up here? So this would be about where the big accident was, shooting around the corner here. Going both ways. Oh, there's some, we'll slow down a bit. There's some posts, so I reckon that's it. Here we are, Wally's landing. Beautiful. Gee, I reckon I could have got the houseboat up here. It's probably a little bit risky. So there we go. I'd find somewhere to park the dinghy. Little boat ramp there. Bit weedy. Go and do a U-turn and work out where I'm going to park it. So here we are, Wally's Landing. Great little spot. Got 3 or 4 jetties here for boats to pull up at. That's looking back to where we've come from, back towards Clayton Bay. Stick the drone up in a minute so we can see where we are. if you'll be able to read that or not. Got a fire pit here, and I'll probably just set my swag up next to the shed there. Got a bit of a shelter shed, I think in case she rains. Nothing much in there. Just put a bit of my gear in there out of the sun. I was thinking of setting the swag up in there, but I think we might have it out here. Get a bit of fresh air. Got a couple of visitors. No, it's brilliant. It's good to see other people. I'm just doing a quick little video. Yeah. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely out there today. You've been doing a spot of fishing or?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I'll go out in a minute. I'm going to stay the night.
Oh, good.
And then I'll go out and see if I can catch a carp or something.
Tie these guys on and yeah, see if you can catch a red from you, never know.
So all set up for the night. Got the swag up, or as my mates like to call it, the Taj Mahal, because I've got a dirty great big double one, but it's bloody comfortable. And we'll get the fire going a bit later on. Got another boat pulled up. We've got Mike in his little yacht, been cruising around. I think he's been up to, where you been to, Mike?
Been from up to Goa.
Up to Goa?
From Clayton Bay.
Yeah.
And yeah, then back down and around to here. This is a nice little spot.
Yep, sure is. Beautiful little boat you got there. What do? You lay down inside it?
Yeah. It's a bed for 1.5.
Beautiful. And he's cooked.
Yeah, it's a little 14-foot cow.
Alright, 14.
Smaller shots they make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're cooking up your burger now.
Yeah, poor man's food.
And Mike was lucky enough to have a couple left over that he's given to me, so that might be better than the can of braised steak and onions I had. So we'll give that a go a bit later on. But beautiful day here. Wind's come up a little bit, but not too bad. So I know everyone on these camping videos, they go out and collect all the kindling and everything and get the fire going. Well, I'm a bloody lazy bastard, so I've got those redheads. Hope it works. So it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. Had a brilliant night. Had Mike, who's camped out in the river in his little yacht. Been up talking all night, telling a few jokes. Been a brilliant night. And I'm a bit hungry. I haven't eaten for about 28 hours doing my intermittent fasting, but we were talking too much. So we're cooking a couple of burgers, but I think we might turn it into a burger stew. More of that to come in a minute. So the burgers were looking a little bit dry in there, so a little bit of braised steak and onion over the top. And we call this one burger stew. Looks bloody beautiful. Now seriously, how good does that look? The burgers were getting a bit dry. A bit of braised steak and onion in with them. It's come up a treat. That's going to taste beautiful. So, taste test. Pretty bloody good. 7.9. Good morning. This probably isn't too pretty a side here, but yeah, had a pretty good sleep last night. It's probably something to do with the maybe 5 or 6 glasses of port I had. That helped me get to sleep. But yeah, nice night. Good night sitting around the fire. And it's a beautiful morning. We'll go for a walk over here to the jetty. Got Mike's little yacht over there. He hadn't woken up yet. And can't see if my dinghy's still there, I haven't checked yet. Hidden behind the reeds. Ah, there we go. All sitting there nice. So just going for a bit of a canoe trip, might chuck the rod in for 5 minutes. This is one of the little channels that's looking back towards Wally's Landing. Didn't get far on this canoe trip, we've come to a bit of a dead end. A little bit of a jetty up there. Now we got Mike going home, heading back to Clayton Bay on his beautiful little yacht. See you later.
Next time.
Yep, see ya.
That's what they call living the dream.
Beautiful, isn't it? Got a bit less weight now without the firewood. Don't know if you can hear me, so got to up planing a bit now.